The fast radio station.
Hi, Jackson.
Hi, Mike.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm grateful.
Yeah.
I'm grateful you're here. I'm grateful that you have the time, because I know you're busy. I am very grateful that you are my second podcast interview.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it
I
is
am
awesome. Because I was thinking about it when I first originally decided to do this, who was going to be my first and who was going to be like the first couple of them. The first one was this guy named Simon. He's basically kind of like my mentor in the real estate industry. And he's got me started on the whole path that I'm currently on. And then the second one, I was like, I need somebody who's got brick and mortar. Somebody who's established themselves in like a society. And that's you. And I've known you for, how long have we known each other?
8-ish years, something like that.
Yeah, so you were the next person that I wanted to have on this, and I'm very grateful that you said yes.
Hell yeah.
And thank you for allowing us to come in here and be in your your coffee shop / bakery. Is it a coffee shop and bakery now, or is it just a coffee shop with? What do you identify as?
I mean, it has bakery in the title and not coffee.
Yeah.
So I would say a bakery.
Okay.
Yeah, we have coffee.
And how long have you been here at this location? What is the name of your business, first of all?
Terrapin Bakery.
Terrapin Bakery.
Yeah.
Where are you guys at?
We're at 3146 West 14th Street, 44109, Cleveland, Ohio.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we could see the logo in the video, but the logo's right there. It's
It's turtle.
the turtle.
It's just
Terrapin
hanging out.
turtle.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah. I've opened up April of 2019.
How did this all come about? How did Terrapin Bakery come about?
Well, at one point, I was waiting tables, and somebody that I lightly knew, who was in the restaurant industry, came into this space to run a wholesale bakery out of it, and was looking for somebody who would be able to share the space and the rent with them. And asked me if I wanted to open up a coffee spot. That was basically it. Just the opportunity fell in my lap. And felt like I had two choices. One was to continue being an employee and having to listen to a boss. Tell me how to do something that I thought that I could do better.
Yeah.
Or wake up really early in the morning.
So had you ever, before this person approached you to be in a coffee shop, had you ever wanted to do your own thing?
Yeah. I had years ago, I had this idea that, of opening up a neighborhood spot, like just over the bridge, actually, that, had a small menu and just cheap meals. My ex-wife and I were talking about it, and we thought it would be a cool idea to have coffee and cheap meals, and I never did it because the anxiety of having to deal with every aspect of a business is really daunting, or is significant. The anxiety is significant. The idea of it is daunting. And there's definitely a fair amount of fear up front in putting all your eggs into one basket,
So you had always wanted to do something in the customer service industry related to
Yeah, something.
your neighborhood.
something taking care of people in a neighborhood, you know?
Okay. Always coffee, or just like coffee and sandwiches and?
Yeah, I mean, the idea that we had some funky ideas involved there, you know, but based
Like
around
what?
coffee. I can't remember any of them because they were birthed at a different time in my life. When,
Okay.
you know,
Well, all right then.
these were stoned conversations
Oh, okay.
back when that was a part of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I don't recall any direct ideas of things. I think there were thoughts of, deli sandwiches and
Yeah.
hummus and salads and stuff like that. Easy to prepare stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Healthy foods,
Yeah.
clean
Yeah.
foods.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny you touched on the fear in making the jump in the beginning of being a small business owner. There it is.
Sorry.
You're a popular guy.
No,
That
I'm
phone
actually.
always rings. I know.
It's a scam.
I pulled up here earlier. You were on the phone. You're always on the phone.
Yeah.
Business owner.
Yeah.
But no, the fear, because I am in the real estate side of doing business. And Simon, who was on last week, we were talking about the fear, the amount of fear that comes with being on your own and doing your own thing and not having that W-2 job to, take away those fears. Like, you don't have to worry about the inventory. You don't have to worry about paying your employees. You don't have to worry about paying contractors if you're employed by someone else. But there is a fear there. And when you do decide to do your own thing. And so did you talk to people before you made the jump? Or how did you go from, this is overwhelming, a lot of fear, I don't know if I want to do all this, all the responsibilities, to, all right, I'm taking the leap, I'm taking the jump?
I talked to a few people, probably not as many as I could have, or maybe should have, I don't know. Some people told me it was a crappy idea because of the location, which I don't really understand because we're on like the mainest of main streets in this part of Cleveland here.
Yeah.
This is like a pretty significant commuter street. And we've also got all these back streets around here who have a ton of residents. It's a highly residential area. But
And you got the Christmas Story house right there.
yeah, Christmas Story
down the
House
end of
is
the
right
street.
down there. Yeah,
High
Right.
traffic.
Yeah, like I could see the thing if I stepped in the middle of the road there.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I get hit by a speeding car, but that's okay.
Hospital's right there.
Yeah,
There's another
yeah.
high traffic area.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on. But yeah, so there were those people, the naysayers, you
Yeah.
know, typical Cleveland people, and then there were other people who thought it was a good idea, like, which was my family.
Yeah.
My family was really supportive of the idea. I think how I went from, when I started to crunch the numbers of what I needed in order to cover the utilities and the rent and, it really, and just paying me, because that's what it started off as, was just I was paying myself. I didn't have employees. I worked all the hours myself. I really didn't need to make a lot of money to just make what I was making waiting tables at some pizza shop in North Olmsted.
Yeah.
Like, that was affirming. And at one point, I had the realization, I was like 33, like 32 or 33. And I'm like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Like, I'm going to go belly up and I'm going to owe some money on a credit card.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to have to go out and get a job. Like, I mean, that right there, you know, like, because my investment was relatively minimal. I think I only spent like 22 grand getting this place open, and I've destroyed a lot more in my past lives, you know, than if this were to go belly up. So that was really, you know, okay, if this fails, doesn't do well, I just go and get another job.
Did it ever cross into your mind that you were like, I'm gonna fail, or is it just like, no, I feel pretty confident, I'm gonna be all right?
When I opened up, I felt super confident, you know, and then the pandemic happened, and there were like a couple of days of like, oh crap, like what's gonna happen? Am I gonna lose this? Like, you know, and then all the people that lived around here that would go into the office downtown or down in Strongsville or wherever they were going to the office, they were all stuck at home. So they needed some normalcy. So they came here. So, you know, it was a couple of days of unsurety until I saw like that the people showed up in support of this place and what I had to offer, you know, at the time. So
Their routine got flipped upside down,
Yeah.
as well as yours, and
Yeah.
you were like a consistent thing,
Yeah.
because now they can come get coffee from you.
yeah,
And I remember this door, you turned it into like a
The pandemic
like a
door,
what was
yeah.
it? Like a little step up window. You know,
Yeah.
step up outside. And we're gonna
yeah.
a little
Yeah,
walk
you
through window. We'll
Step
come-
up to the window. I'll take your order. I'll make it.
Yeah.
Drop and give it
I
to
do
you.
want to talk more about the pandemic because as a standalone business, you're probably one of the few that actually made it through. But before that, I do want to know who is Jackson? Who is the owner of Terrapin Bakery? Like, if I was to describe you in a short little paragraph, or people want to know, who's Jackson?
Oh man, that's a tough question to answer. No man, you gotta think of like, you know, the end of the Big Lebowski
Okay.
when they're like spreading Donnie's ashes. Like, you know, Donnie was a good bowler, you know, whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm some dude. You know, I like to play music, and I like to connect with people, and I think like describing who somebody is or who oneself is, I think like the motives are more important than who I am. You know, in this case at least. But I just I'm a dude that is motivated by helping people, and by building community and playing guitars. Yeah, guitars and community and people.
That's pretty much how I would,
Yeah.
from an outside point of view looking in. Yeah, definitely someone who helps other people. I saw a gentleman on the way here who I know you help on a pretty consistent basis, who walks these neighborhoods, and I know me and you have had conversations and stories about him. And
Oh, you talking about Maryland?
I saw Maryland. Yeah,
You did,
He was
yeah,
on the
it says-
corner over there on 25th.
I'm so glad he's
Um,
doing well.
Yeah, but like I know people that come to this place. You have the repeat customers, the customers that need to come to a place or want to come to a place that's like a staple in the community. And the reason why I asked you to describe yourself is because when I come in here, every time my mood immediately changes because of the vibes that you put off in this place. And like you have all the bright, vivid colors. You have all the music. I see. What is his name? The lead singer of your.
Jerry Garcia.
Jerry Garcia. I see his painting over there, and I see Grateful Dead, and I see all of the cool things, and every single thing in here just speaks of your personality and love for other people. And I think it was important, at least for me, to portray that in your interview is like your coffee shop bakery is a representation of you as an individual. And I think if anybody comes here, they will see that immediately. That like this is a very, just a really cool place to come, and you get a lot of good feelings coming here. And I get excited coming here, and I don't get here as much as I used to, because I don't work over here anymore. But yeah, man, this is definitely your vibes, and it's true to self.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
We try.
Yeah. So tell me about the pandemic. How did it start off? Did you get like a letter in the mail that said, "Hey, no, can't operate no more," or did you just? I mean, it was new to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it was all the stuff on the television, like, Governor DeWine, making this proclamation in that order and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so I recall that there were a couple of days that we were closed, right when the shutdown happened. And the list of, places that, like essential workers or whatever,
Yeah.
because we produced food. We're a facility that produced food. Or some food product or whatever, beverage, donut, whatever.
Some of the best donuts.
Yeah,
ever.
they're gnarly donuts. We were allowed to work because at the very beginning, we were unsure. My soon-to-be at the time business partner. We're unsure as to whether or not we could operate or continue to operate our businesses. And so when that list came out, we were like, okay, cool. We're going back to work, after these 2 days of, sitting at home, like wondering when we were going to turn into zombies or whatever. So that was how it started out. There was like the mask thing, there was the distance thing, there was the, how do I, like, as this single person whose like responsibility is taking care of these people every day, how am I to not, get myself ill, So yeah, those were like the beginning thoughts of the pandemic,
So the first change was masks, and then they shut you down, or not shut you down, but they made you close the doors to let people in here, right?
There wasn't like you didn't have to have your doors closed to have something like this open. You were allowed to have people come in to bring things out. There was no sitting down. No dining in. It was all carry out. All of the food businesses were all carry out. So, I mean, the decision to put the thing up in the doorway, the window up in the doorway was ours. Because, I mean, my thought was like, I don't want to have to like, be out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I get COVID. So I want to prevent myself from getting sick, so I don't have to lose 2 weeks of revenue.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah, because it was you and how many other people here working?
I mean, at that time it was just me, and then my 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 space sharing business. It was just her doing her stuff. So yeah, it was the two of us up in here.
And if one of you got sick, you both had to basically, well, you couldn't come in, and then the other person would have to run the whole entire thing.
Yeah, and she wasn't going to do that, nor was
that's a
she
lot.
capable of that at the time. I don't think.
So, did you ever feel like just quitting?
I mean, not then. Many times to follow, yes.
Yeah. So COVID didn't make you want to quit. One of the hardest things in the world for everybody.
No, it
And
was
you were
fine.
just like, nah, I got this.
COVID was chill. Like, you know, we I contracted my hours a little bit, or I constricted my hours. Yeah, contracted's not the right word, but constricted them. Yeah, I was open like 70 hours a week or something before COVID, and then when COVID started, I, chopped the hours down to something like 8 to noon, like Tuesday through Sunday. I took Mondays off, so I wasn't like working nearly as much. And that was really nice because I had the ability to be able to, my daughter was staying home from school, so I had the ability to be able to be more a part of what was going on with her during that time. I kind of enjoyed that time. Like, I enjoyed the time that I had got to spend by myself. So it wasn't too bonkers. Getting things was tough. Getting cups and lids, like getting bags, like the whole toilet paper situation that we all dealt with.
What was that?
You don't remember that when there was like no
I
toilet
wasn't a
paper
business
anywhere?
owner.
People were hoarding toilet paper and like,
I remember the chicken. People were hoarding chicken.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's
you
the
go
thing
to the grocery
too.
store, one chicken per or some restriction on chicken.
Yeah. I mean, like, it was like there were just things that you couldn't get. I remember, it was the cups was a huge one. Like, we could not get cups. And so, there were a couple of people that were customers of mine that owned places around here. One of them's a cafe a coffee shop that's up on the north side of the neighborhood. And like, what's up?
A competitor.
I mean, I wouldn't call him a competitor. He's a baller. He's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like another.
Yeah. And like, we would be like, you got cups? Like, yeah, I got cups. Like, who's got cups?
Come get 'em.
Where'd you get your cups from? Like, okay, all right, I'm going to get cups from there. Like, it was insane, like, trying to find certain things for packaging. And there were also some food items that we used that were in shortages or were like, just like, the cost of which was like vastly over bloated, and so those things were a frustration. But like, as far as the business was concerned, everybody in the neighborhood came out to support us.
Yeah.
And it was awesome, because like a lot of these people wouldn't see anybody like throughout their day. They'd be like sitting in front of a computer on Zoom calls all day, and they might see their partner or their kid or their dog, but other than that, they wouldn't like have any normal conversations throughout the week. So these normal conversations would happen at the door. And that was so cool. Like, how are you doing today? Like, not like, hey, but like, how are you?
Yeah. There was the rat race of life where people had to go. It was like, I'm at home. I'm going to go get coffee.
Yeah.
I have nowhere else to be today. I can hang out, maybe have a conversation for a minute.
Yeah.
Just a quick little conversation.
Yeah. Gas is 89 cents, but nobody's driving anywhere.
You couldn't give gas away.
You remember that?
I do remember that.
Oh.
I do, and it was insane. And now we're paying $5 a gallon.
Yeah.
I just filled up this morning. I filled my truck up. It was $175.
That's so bad.
Yeah, it's horrible. But you know, I mean, I'd rather pay the $175. I mean, would I probably get like 16 miles to the gallon?
Yeah.
I'd rather pay the $5 to drive 16 miles than walk 16 miles. So.
Yeah, it's true.
You
I
know?
mean, you know.
It sucks. I mean,
Yeah.
it hurts. It does. It hurts.
Yeah.
But anyways, enough about me. So COVID actually was like a highlight. It sounds like in your
Yeah.
business.
It was awesome. It was foundational. The way that it brought people to this place, it was like foundational in cultivating like my group, my pool of regulars. You know, the relationships that were formed during that time between me and the rest of the neighborhood. Unless if people moved away, all those people still come here.
How many
know?
regulars do you think you have?
I don't even know. I mean, so many. It's kind of insane. Like so many to the point where like I spend a lot more time back in the kitchen now than I used to. I mean, most of the time I'm back in the kitchen. And like there are people who come in here who are like super regulars, like come in multiple times a week and I don't know who they are. And that's like there's something that sucks about that to me because I relished making personal connections with each and every person that came in the door here, you know? But now I have these other wonderful people who work here who do that exact same thing, who love on the people and who just get into them.
So they got to go through them to get to you now.
Yeah,
You've leveled up, man. Just
I guess.
no, I'm just.
I get to stand back and I get to watch with gratitude and humility in my heart. I get to watch other people doing what I love to do so much, which is connecting with people.
How many employees?
I've got like 3 like pretty full-time people.
Okay.
I've got like, you know, and I've got a woman that works the weekends. Just you know, weekend in and weekend out, works the weekends. And I've got a couple of people who just come in from time to time to fill in shifts. You know, so
Okay. So like 4 people almost.
yeah.
That's awesome. I've never had, I mean, how do you hire someone? Like, what is the process that you look for? Because it sounds like it's pretty important to you that you have people who maintain and represent your brand, the sense of community, the customer service, the personability. How do you go about vetting someone to make sure that is there a certain quality?
Every time that I've interviewed somebody here, I've like let it be known up front in that conversation, like what my intentions are in running this business. And if that's something that's of interest to them, if those ethics are of interest to them, you know, that's a good place to start with somebody. You know, skills and abilities, they are what they are, but here, like, the coffee's really good. The donuts are amazing. The sandwiches that we make are fantastic. Like,
Delicious.
the cupcakes are beautiful and tasty. Everything is great. Like, we don't make anything that sucks or that I'm not, like, proud to hand off to somebody. You know, but it's deeper than that, you know?
Yeah.
And so if that person is like, I just really want to work a job and make a few bucks, or like, you know, I just like, you know, think it would be cool to work at a coffee shop. Like, that's not really what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking for somebody who's like, man, I just really want to connect with people. Like, man, I really just want to like leave a positive imprint on this world. Or like, I absolutely love to like see the happiness and the joy that this beautiful creation that I've made brings people, you know? Yeah, I mean, the process, like, you know, like the on paper, you know, I will always like throw out a social media blast and be like, hey, we're hiring for this and blah, 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 blah. And just start interviewing people and feel them out. Like, you know, are they going to fit in here? You know?
So the vibes that you were getting, the ethics, the morals, the
Yeah.
I love
Yeah. The person above the abilities.
Yeah.
'Cause you could teach everybody that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I could teach you how to steam some milk for a latte. It might take you a while.
It might take me more than a
Yeah,
while.
but
yeah.
I mean, and you can teach me how to how to turn a wrench. You know, how to turn a big old pipe wrench.
Yeah.
You know, but it's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
But you know, you can't teach somebody, you know, how to have some love, you know, in their interactions, and how to be, you know, empathetic or compassionate or whatever, you know, it is
Yeah.
that the people around here and the people out there need, you know. So
Yeah, that's definitely something that, because you were talking about COVID and you were talking about the people that showed up. I remember I came here every week, and it was one of the highlights of the week was coming here. Me and a couple friends, we'd show up on the bikes, and we hang out front here, and 6 feet apart, of course.
yeah.
And yeah, this was definitely a sense of it was a spot to go to when there was nowhere else to go,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very welcoming. So how has it been since after COVID? Well, how about this? Can we talk about the recent transition that just happened? Is
Yeah.
that okay. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Exciting news.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so at the turn of the year, I mean, I like worked out a deal with, I think back in like 22 or something, you know, we like, the woman and I that we were co-businessing in this space,
Business partners.
we
right?
decided to partner up,
Okay.
you know, and bring, and mold the two businesses together.
Which it was you were the coffee and she was the bakery. right?
Yeah, yeah,
And then you guys decided
yeah,
to join forces.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and you know, which was cool. I mean, it was a good move for preservation at the time, because, like, I mean, I was spending a bunch of money, like, buying wholesale off of her, like, across the counter, and a lot of her work that she had pre-pandemic dried up because nobody was having any catering events. You know,
Yeah, you couldn't have birthday parties.
Yeah.
You couldn't have weddings. You couldn't have
yeah.
anything.
Yep, yep. You know, so like my overhead was staying about the same, and you know, she was getting paid. So that was cool. And we went on like that for a while. Toward the end of last year, like, I had the opportunity to like be able to finance buying her out. My motive behind that was because I want to do things with this place that I want to do. I see things for this place that only I see. And having a business partner is fine and dandy. It helps with certain things. But at the end of the day, I don't think either one of us was super hype about what the other did or did not want to do with the business. So, we like happily parted ways. And that there's a big sense of freedom. This year has been brutal. Like, so many things have broken around here.
Is this like some of the hardest times you've had?
Yes.
Let's talk about it. So you acquire a business now. You are sole owner of this business.
Yeah.
Right? This is your baby, your vision now moving forward.
Yeah.
So this is the second time in the past 8 years, 7 years,
Yeah.
that you have decided to take on an addition to this endeavor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's all on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me about it. I want to hear about it.
Well, we were closed on New Year's Day, and so on the 2nd of January, when I showed up at this joint at like 4:30 in the morning or whatever, the first day of operating business for the year of 2026, the walk-in refrigerator was broken, and like stuff like that has been happening. Like, I mean, every 3 weeks. I don't think we've made it an entire month without something mildly catastrophic happening. From the espresso machine, dumping thousands into the espresso machine, or like the refrigerator, an integral refrigerator just totally taking a crap on us, and us needing to buy a new one. And, the air conditioner and the heater went out for 6 weeks. And in here, if it's 65 degrees outside and there's no HVAC in here, doesn't matter if all the doors are open and fans are blowing, the place is going to be 85.
You get the kitchen in the back. You got the big windows and bakes in here, huh?
So all this crazy stuff has happened. I mean, the work van broke down like 3 times. All this crazy stuff has happened. But it's cool because I'm here. Like, my employees are being taken care of. They got paid on Friday. The landlord's happy he got paid. Cleveland Public Power is gonna get paid.
Okay.
That really high electricity bill that I just got for, whatever's going on. And that's okay. I mean, the hard times, like we've been through them before, when it was my business partner and I, we went through really hard times before. I don't think this hard. But the way that I look at it is with anything, if I can learn how to deal with this, I can, if I can learn how to endure through this and to make wise decisions through this, and to not just throw up my hands and run out the back door, I can deal with the good, because it's just like it's just life, peaks and valleys. And we're like walking through like just like a really sludgy, like flooded, like overgrown, like smelly, like putrid valley right now.
There's a visual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like something like, some like
Does it feel like a test? Does it feel like something that's like out there? It's like testing you, or does it just feel like?
I don't feel like I don't think that
Is this like they say like the breaking point?
I
Like, if
know
can
what
get
you're
past the breaking point.
I know what you're saying, but I don't think that they're tests. I don't think that like some deity is like up there like, oh, let me see how much bullshit he can handle.
You're right. Yeah.
Like, I think it's educational. I think these are lessons that I had to learn.
Yeah.
And that are teaching me to deal with the good. Because if I was like not having these issues, like, I mean, this place would be like rolling in the dough.
Yeah.
I mean, not really, actually. That's not very true because you really don't make a lot of money doing this. But this place would not feel slightly burdensome right now, I wouldn't have that stress. I want to know what the stress feels like, so I know when I'm not stressed how sweet that actually is, like when things are going good and like all the bills are paid on time and like all the equipment is in proper working order and there's like a tiny bit of padding in the bank account for some calamity, because that's what it always, that's all it is with this industry. It's just a little bit of money just in case if something up and breaks.
Yeah.
That feels sweet, and so yeah, like I'll take the bitter because I want the sweet.
So it sounds like lessons,
Yeah,
learning lessons.
educational.
I saw Tyler Perry said one time he's no. What was his line that he said? No mistakes, only lessons.
Yeah.
And when he said that, I was able to carry that over into my own personal life, because there are times, or in my business life, there are times where you just think like, I made a huge mistake. I made a big mistake. But then when I think back to that interview and his words, I think it's like, no, it's just lessons. If I write down what I have learned from that mistake lesson, I can only grow forward from that.
Yeah.
And it sounds like that's something that you're going through right now. And I love the perception that you talked about that. It's like, this is just a lesson. I'm learning. And if we're not learning, then we're just not growing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said so many good things in that, just that brief little statement right there, and I couldn't digest it all so quick. But I love it, man. I love everything that you just said there.
Heck yeah.
So, with all of that being said, in this brief period of time, since you've been sole owner now, what is something, when the overwhelming becomes so overwhelming, what grounds you? Like, what brings you back to reality?
Asking for help.
Yeah?
Yes.
Tell me.
Well, and now I got these fine folks working here with me, and asking for help definitely brings me back to a sense of some realness. And also takes away some of that overwhelmed feeling. But also, like, when it's like a crazy day and I'm like just getting slammed in the kitchen and I'm like standing over a flat top, like burning myself and like, like cursing in my head at like this burrito shell that's wanting to crack on me as I'm rolling up a burrito. I just take a look out front and like I see people talking and I see people laughing and I see people eating. You know, every once in a while I'll hear like there's a little bell on the countertop. And the only people who ring the bell are little kids. So every time I hear that bell, I know that there's some little kid.
Yeah.
And
He's here for the donut. Huh?
yeah, and like that stuff grounds me, just seeing people enjoying the space and enjoying what's going on. And like when one of my employees, comes back to the kitchen, is like, so and so just stopped in. It was really nice talking to them, or like Bob, like it's just awesome. Like, and to see them engaging with the customers on the levels that they do. I mean, it's so grounding, One of the coolest things one of the best like things that's happened in a long time with this place was like, every once in a while, a local news station, Fox 8.
Shout out to Fox 8.
Yeah, shout out to Fox 8. Will like reach out to us. They're the only like media, like local media that reaches out to us for anything. Cause like we're not cool enough to like, get written up and seen or whatever like that. We're just not cool like that, which makes me happy. Cause I don't know if I want to be that cool, or that kind of cool at least. But so they'll reach out to us and, a couple times they've been in here for stuff.
They reach out because they want to come visit?
Yeah. Like, a couple times they've been in here and then a couple times we've gone over to the studio. And the most recent time, like, the woman who does all the baking here, she went on there by herself and just absolutely, in the words of my daughter, slayed it. And it was so cool, like, watching somebody that works here hanging out on live TV, getting interviewed and like showing off this beautiful work that she's done.
Oh man.
I
can't believe I missed it. I watch Fox 8 every day.
Yeah, it was awesome, dude. It was so sweet watching that because it was like I don't know, like that made me feel like I'm doing something right, know? And I know that she was proud of that moment, where she could go on there and she could, she could be like, hey, what's up, everybody?
Check out my burrito.
Yeah, I'm me.
This
like,
burrito,
look at these
crack.
cupcakes I ripped, like
Cupcakes.
Look
Is that
at,
what she made on TV? Cupcakes?
I mean, she brought in a bunch of baked goods into the
Okay.
studio that she made.
Did they let you make it there, or how did that work? They just said bring your stuff.
I mean, with baking, you don't really want to be like trying to bake in the studio. It takes a little too long, But so she just brought stuff, So that was.
So what does that look like? Like, you guys go on Fox 8. Can you see the effects immediately from it? Can you see the effects from being on the news, like with the sales or anything?
Here and there. It's a trickle thing, like we'll have people come in, and be like, hey, I saw you on this, I figured I'd give you guys a try.
Nice.
It's not as it's not like some sort of a windfall situation.
Okay.
But we definitely have some people come in, because you're engaging a different crowd,
Yeah.
Some people that would never, show up here get to see a lot of or show up in a lot of places in Cleveland, get to see a lot of really cool businesses, Yeah.
I know I've definitely been in here at times because you're so close to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. that there's been customers who were, we're here just for visiting the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and we looked in, and you guys were here, and we stopping by, and that's kind of cool too. You're getting the outsiders of the town passing
So
by.
many out of towners.
I mean, 71
Yeah.
right here. you
Oh,
know?
it's great. Yeah, we've got a
Whoever that
map.
person was in the beginning that was like, "Oh, it's a horrible neighborhood." That person was wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
71.
No.
You got 14th. You got,
Yeah, yeah. We
that
get. I
person
mean,
that
yeah.
person don't know.
Yeah, our out of town business
Naysayers.
is great. Yeah. I even one crazy thing was there was this couple that I think they lived in Wisconsin, and their child was either their child lived somewhere on the East Coast, and so they would periodically make that drive, and so they stopped for the night in Cleveland, and because it's kind of like a halfway point for them, and they came in here randomly, and they had a great time. I connected with them, whatever, blah 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 blah, and then on their way back they stopped here.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the next time that when they drove back out there, they stopped here.
The regulars.
Yeah, so these people, they were they're regulars from Wisconsin. And we've got there's some people like that, oh
Did they
man,
say why they come back?
they love coming to this place.
Just love the vibes.
Yeah.
Love the food.
Yeah, it was super cool. And there were these two young ladies from Chillicothe that came up here for the weekend one time, and they came in here and they got some of our donuts. And then so for a while, I haven't seen them in a while, but there were, I think, 3 times after that they would call and get donuts set aside, and then they'd show up a couple of hours later. And they just came up here to get donuts from Chillicothe, Ohio.
They're amazing donuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
amazing.
they would go get lunch somewhere and go
Yeah.
do something else and then go back to Chillicothe. They would make a day trip out of it, but they were coming for the donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the number one selling donut here?
Oh man.
You have a lavender one, right?
Yeah, probably the lemon lavender.
The lemon lavender.
Lemon lavender, or the lemon raspberry. The 2 lemons
The
are
LLs.
vastly
Yeah,
popular.
you did
Yeah.
LL. The lemon
Yeah.
lavender.
Yeah. Vanilla's popular too,
Yeah.
They're all.
So you got the donuts. The donuts are a hit. The bakery's a hit. What's the runner-up of a donut?
The breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, those sandwiches
Yeah.
are delicious. It's
Yeah.
been a long time since I've had one, but I'm sure they're still just as good.
Yeah. The breakfast sandwiches, the breakfast burritos. The cupcakes are another thing that, are a huge seller here.
I'm gonna have to take something home. Tomorrow's my wife's and I's anniversary. I need to bring her
Oh.
home some of this bakery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
I'm gonna definitely buy something off you before I leave here because she'll love that. And she's not gonna see this episode until after.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So one of the last things I wanted to talk about, and you touched on it. You said one of the reasons why you wanted to be take over the business is your visions and how you wanted to run this thing and where you see this place going and that kind of stuff. Can you let us in on what that vision, where do you want to be in 5 years? What do you see? Or maybe not even in 5 years, but you talked about you can do with it now as you see
Yeah.
in your mind. So what does your mind see?
Yeah. I mean, I see this place, this place is open 6:30 to 1 most of the week. I see this place doing some stuff, doing a significant amount of stuff outside of the regular operating hours. I see a little bit of music happening here. I see other sorts of special events, stuff that like we are talking about internally, but we do not want to let anybody in the know because we're excited
Don't
about
say
it.
it here, man. We're probably gonna have like 4 followers, and they're gonna tell
Yeah.
everybody.
I know they're gonna spoil it all. Yeah, I really would like to see stuff happening here after hour, outside of our regular business hours. One thing that we did do that was awesome during Lent, we did a fish fry every Friday.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like, it was balls out. Yeah, this dude's trying to come up in here. Dude, it's obvious there are hours on the door. You have hours on the door. Yeah, we're closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go, dude. It's okay. It says closed.
Is he looking at us?
He's just staring at, he finally figured it out.
He's like, man.
That took him a long time. That was awesome.
Oh, we did leave the.
And then he did like one of those, not angrily.
He's here for the donut. He came
Yeah.
from Missouri, man. He's
Oh,
disappointed.
yeah. Sorry, bro.
He had a Missouri vibe.
Yeah.
He's got his flannel on.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. He was cutting wood earlier
Yeah.
somewhere.
Just
Yeah.
chopping wood.
Chopping wood, and he's tired.
Yeah.
Wanted a donut.
Yeah. But yeah, no, during Lent, we did a fish fry, and it was awesome. It was, in my mind, for the first time, of doing it, it was wildly successful. The reports that we got back from people, like not a single negative thing was said. And we've got some customers who will level with me when they don't think something is great. They'll be like, "Yeah, Jackson, you kind of messed this one up." So that was pretty early on in the year, I think it was like 6 weeks of it, every Friday night. And that was something, I could have done when I had a business partner, but also I wouldn't have had the support. And now I don't need the support, because if my team is stoked about something, which they were about the fish fry, that's all the support that I need,
Yeah.
Before it was, that sounds good, you're on your own on that one. And nobody needs that.
You gotta surround yourself with the.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't have said that on a hot mic, but
I know you, and a lot of people know you. That was not ill-willed.
Yeah.
That was just.
Yeah.
You have a vision, and
Yeah.
you want to expand that vision, and that's all. That wasn't ill-willed. I
Yeah.
don't think. Didn't sound like it.
Yeah. In 5 years, I don't know, man. Yeah, I want to find more ways to continue to engage the community, and to build the community,
Yeah.
because that's really important to me,
Yeah.
especially now.
So I will say, there's a restaurant that I frequent, and they still do fish fries.
Yeah,
I was there yesterday.
every Friday.
Every Friday they do a fish fry.
That's
and Jackson,
sick.
I'm telling you this. Every Friday they do a fish fry, and we go there at lunch. There's always reserve signs on the tables for later that evening
Mhm.
because the people love it so much. They serve other things besides fish. It's a sports bar. But people love it so much that they still want to go on a Friday night and go to the fish fry. And every Friday there's reserve signs on these tables, and I'm like, this place is killing it.
That's
And if you
sweet.
do have another fish fry, I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys did fish fries. I'm also not on the social media. I am now,
Yeah.
but I will definitely be checking that out because I would
Yeah.
love to come to one of your fish fries.
Next Lent, dude. Yeah.
Next Lent? Yeah.
Yeah, won't be doing it until next Lent.
Oh, I gotta wait that long.
Those
All
are
right.
some long 18-hour Fridays.
Yeah.
That was intense.
Well, I'm excited. I'm very excited to see your vision come true because it's the 8 years that I've known you, and how many years have you been open? 6?
7.
7 years. In the 7 years that I've seen this place come together, your vision is definitely growing, and it's infectious, and yeah, it's really cool. And I also like your world map of people from all over the world who have been here, and you come in here and drop a pin or whatever. So I guess if anybody ever comes in the area and you're from a different country, stop by, get some donuts, get some coffee, get some breakfast sandwiches, and drop a pin. Because
Yeah.
you got some, what's the furthest away, the craziest pin that you have up there? It's way out there, isn't it?
What, as far as the world map?
Yeah, the world map. There's like, it's not by Russia or Asia, is
I
it?
mean, we've got like there's some Russia. There's some pins in Russia. There's pins in China. There are pins in Kazakhstan.
You've reached people in Kazakhstan, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's wild. There's a good amount in Europe, and yeah, every continent. I mean, there's quite a few African countries are represented, quite a few European countries. Yeah, the world map is amazing. There's a guy here who's he's a transplant. He moved here, and from a different nation, and I sometimes I don't want to be like, hey, where are you from? Like kind of thing. I want to be like a little more like, hey, like I'm really interested to know where you're from. Like, your accent is obvious. And I asked this dude, and he's like, Russia. And I'm like, cool, man. And I'm like, you want to put a pin on the map? And the dude looks at me. He's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And that dude was so stoked to go put a pin in Russia. Like, he was so happy to be able to do that, And it's like the weird little things. Like that dude realized in that moment that I don't care where he's from. I just care about who he is.
And you included him.
What's up?
You included him.
Yeah. It's like, dude. Yeah. Throw that pin in there, baby.
So there's this, where I'm from, down in Yellow Springs, Ohio, there's this place called Young's Jersey Dairy. You ever heard of it?
No.
So it's basically a dairy farm, and it turned into like this ice cream stand, and they've blown up, and now there's this big restaurant and all of this other stuff. They commercialized. But growing up as a kid, they had this thing, kind of like what your map was, but their thing was you bought T-shirts from them, right? And I see you have a bunch of T-shirts here. You sell all tie-dye shirts, which you make, by the way, don't you?
Yeah, I tie-dyed them
handmade.
myself.
Come get a tie-dye T-shirt. They're all handmade, and they're all beautiful. But these shirts, they all said Young's Jersey Dairy. And you would look in there, and you go into the gift shop, and you buy them, but then there was a wall. And the wall had pictures from all over the world of people who would wear their Young's Dairy jersey, Young's Dairy shirt. There it is. Young's Dairy shirt, and they would take pictures over in different countries. When we lived overseas,
Yeah.
we took a picture in front of the Neuschwanstein Castle, and we had our Young's Jersey shirt on, and we sent it, and they put up on the wall.
That's so sweet.
Maybe get some Kazakhstan boys to put that shirt on and send you a photo, and just
Yeah.
it was cool. But the point of the whole story is like I now felt like I belonged, and
Yeah.
there was like this. You felt included in the restaurant you would go to, and it's nice. People like to feel included.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got your own little world map there, dude. And that is cool. It's nice to look at to see all the places.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of shirts, it's like it's kind of a trip, like when you're here, and like we have got like a boatload of customers that like come in, from time to time, and they're wearing our shirts, and it's kind of a trip, like like seeing that, that they're just like, they're like, oh yeah, you got new shirts, like they have like multiple editions of our t-shirts, and like they'll be wearing them to work, or like wearing them going out and playing a gig, or like, wearing them over in Ireland or something. It's so that that is a cool experience.
Can you tell which ones were made in which years, kind of thing, or is it?
Yeah.
The generational, like the first edition. Huh?
Yeah. Because they're all different,
Yeah,
You change up the font and stuff, make it fun.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool to see that this little staple in the community, corner coffee shop, has been such an impact already in the world, and it's only been 6 years. I cannot wait to see what happens in the next 6 years for you, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. I mean, it's very cool.
Lord willing, the creek don't rise.
Where's that from?
I don't know. It's a figure of speech.
Is it your figure of speech?
No.
Oh, so you took it from somebody else?
Yeah. That's like a popular one, but seeing that you're like an Air Force? No.
Department of Defense. My dad was.
You're a
Department of
DOD,
Defense.
since you're a DOD brat.
Yep.
Some things just.
Yeah. You ain't not from down in the holler. You know what I mean? What's this new business I'm looking at here?
Oh, it's like
I keep seeing people come in and out of it. I've never noticed it before.
Yeah, it's like a vintage store. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Used to be a funeral home. It lay dormant for almost a couple of decades.
Yeah.
And these guys, bought the building. I know them. Well, obviously they're next door, but they were friends of mine before they got the building. So kind of helped link them up. And I mean, they've been doing really well in that space. It's beautiful in there. They didn't change a lot.
No.
At all. I mean, it is.
It's a beautiful building
It
from the
is
outside. It's got that Victorian look, almost type thing. It's massive.
Yeah.
So we got the vintage store here. What's on the other sides here?
Oh, we got Makika's Loft, which is an awesome clothing store.
Okay.
Victor over there, he's a good guy. He can make me look good, which says a lot. And then down on the end is Urban Orchid. It's a flower shop, and they've got some fun gifts in there too. It's a really cool store. Yeah, definitely more than a flower shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely some things to see when you come down here. That's for sure. 'Cause
And then like over down there, across from the Christmas Story House, there's the Rally Inn.
the Rally Inn is delicious.
Yes,
Food.
the Rally Inn
Delicious food.
rages.
Yeah, you can spend the whole afternoon down here. Come and check out the.
Yeah. Come down on the south side of the south side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
South Side Tremont.
Yeah.
Beautiful side of Tremont. It is. It's definitely taken over, man, and it is nice down here. And
Yeah.
I enjoy it when I can get down here. Not so much anymore, but I do enjoy it.
For sure.
Anything else, man? I mean,
No.
no. Well, thank you very much for being number 2 on my podcast.
Yeah, totally.
And yeah, man, I definitely want to get some pastries or something to take home for the wife, and we'll have to wrap that up.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The
Thank you.
fast radio station.